good, people? Welcome back to the first take. Robert De Jong, who requests a lot of honest trailers, gave me a heads up that there's a new one out for Spectre. This one I'm real curious about, because Spectre was one of those films which I kind of liked, but at the same time, it disappointed me. It's technically a decent enough movie. It's well put together. It's, well directed, but it just wasn't, it was missing something that Skyfall, I felt, had. Skyfall was the one that came before that one, and it was just an overall better movie, I felt. And yeah, it was a bit disappointing, so I'm really interested to see what these Screen Junkie motherfuckers are going to come up with for this one. So let us see.
In a year with 4 different blockbuster spy films, the great granddaddy of them all is back, and it's bringing absolutely nothing new to the table. Spectre. Coming off the franchise high of Casino Royale, whatever Quantum of Solace was, and Skyfall, Sam Mendes and Daniel Craig return with one of the best opening scenes in Bond history, followed by 3 minutes of tentacle porn.
I like that.
Followed by not much else.
Yeah.
No veremos más muestras de debilidad.
Hello? Guys, did you mute the video or something? I think somebody broke the volume. And speak.
Was it really this long?
Speak. Say something.
Does anyone challenge?
Finally! Prepare for Bond by the numbers as you check all the old tropes off the list, like the car, gadgets, catchphrases,
Vodka martini, shaken, what's to it?
and underdeveloped female sex objects. As Daniel Craig sleepwalks through a performance where it's clear he'd rather slash his wrist than do it again. Oh, poor guy had to pretend to be James Bond for millions of dollars. Suck it up and drink your martini.
Yeah.
Experience a Roger Moore era Bond film if Roger Moore was a Moby Dick trying to get fired from his own movie that tries to balance the playful tone of the 60s.
Doesn't time fly?
With the gritty version of Bond, they've spent 3 movies establishing.
Your father's dead.
Did you kill him?
I didn't have to. He did it himself.
Man, these things do not go well together. But Bond is a franchise that's only as good as its villains, which is why this one is so thoroughly average, as they waste the extremely talented Dave Bautista, the awesome bad guy from Sherlock, and 2-time Academy Award winner Christoph Waltz, who, in a surprise twist, is playing classic Bond villain Ernst Blofeld. A reveal that younger viewers probably didn't get, and older viewers totally predicted, because it makes sense that a movie called Spectre would have the guy who runs Spectre in it. Ugh, did we learn nothing from Into Darkness? All they're missing is that mumbo-jumbo about super blood.
What is it?
Smart blood. Blood. The Smart Blood program is obviously still in its developmental phase.
Oh, come on, man, really?
dumb.
Suit up for a shoestring plot about a generic surveillance MacGuffin that actually expects you to remember Quantum of Solace, full of action sequences that feel like playing GoldenEye 64 on agent difficulty.
Wow. It really is.
And a bunch of crap you never wanted to see in a Bond movie, like briefings,
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the security services of the world to unite.
board meetings,
Leaves one of his duties outstanding.
lectures about drones,
And all the drones, bugs, cameras, transcripts, all the surveillance in the world. Can't tell you what to do next.
lectures about meteors,
The Kartenhof, the oldest in human possession.
therapy,
Do you consider your employment to be psychologically
It was
stressful?
tiring.
Sometimes.
waiting for an Uber,
Please.
and a finale so lazy there are literally arrows pointing James Bond to the end of the movie. Guys, how do you make James Bond versus the Illuminati boring? So if you see only one movie this year about a hero who belongs in a different era, battling a sleeper cell inside his own organization with their own tentacle logo against a former friend that was presumed dead in the snow, you should probably just rewatch The Winter Soldier.
Yep.
It's way better anyway.
Yep.
Starring Board, James Board, Sean Connery, Roger Bohr, George Lazenby, Pierce Brosnan, Timothy Dalton, Blofeld, Judi Dench Frowning, Ralph Fiennes, popular on Tumblr, silent but deadly, and BuzzFeed. Dollfinger.
Yeah, it's a shame.
If you thought that shower scene in Skyfall was weird, wait until you see Bond, Porco Widow, on the day of her husband's funeral. After breaking into her house? Yeah, she's totally not into that. That's creepy. Even by James Bond standards. Ugh. Be sure to subscribe for more honest trailers.
That was all the shit I picked up on this film. I had a review when it dropped, and pretty much everything they said was everything I pointed out. It's just you can suspend disbelief only for a certain amount of time. Just saying that, oh, it's a James Bond film, why not? It's just not good enough anymore, man. You gotta be better than that. You gotta do better than that. It's just so lazy. Lazy. And you thought the people that brought us Skyfall could do a better job. Apparently not. But somebody must have sat and read that script and thought, yeah, we need to do a bit more there. Make this a bit more compelling. And I honestly I did love Craig, and he probably is, when he's in the zone, my favourite Bond. Even though I grew up with Sean Connery and Timothy Dalton, all those, I like that gritty, realistic, almost believable sense that Daniel Craig brought to it. But it's gotten to the point where they've just drained all the life from him, and he literally does seem so bored. While you're watching it, you feel the way he looks. Just bored, miserable, and it's just like, why do I want to watch this guy? Like, I literally am beginning to think that he's just a dick, and I just don't care what happens to him, and you know nothing's gonna happen to him because it's Bond. And I went back and rewatched Casino Royale, and he's such a better character in that film. Like, he's just there's more life in him. Not just the fact that he was younger, but there literally is. The way it's written, the way it's directed. Even though I prefer Sam Mendes as a director than the guy who did Casino Royale. Just the way that he was directed as an actor, he just had more life in him, you know? He just wasn't so freaking morose and dead. You can answer it, say the things that he went through, losing the one he loves and all of this shit, but it's just not good enough. It's just, I think it's time to start anew. He's had his run. He's obviously kind of let it be known that he doesn't care about doing it anymore. Like, his heart's not in it. So why would you force him? Even though I think he is under contract to do another one. Why would you force him to do it when he obviously doesn't want to? And he's been quoted as saying he doesn't want to. Like, just get someone who does want to. Bring someone in who legitimately will go the extra mile. Who cares about making it something special. And I think it's time for Sam Mendes to step off. What do you guys think? Obviously, plenty of you are gonna love Spectre. Like, it wasn't a terrible travesty. In my opinion, it was not on the Quantum of Solace level of just sheer pointlessness. It has its moments, but it just disappoints, you know? Just lacks that flair, but that's just for me. Let me know what you guys think. Write comments down below. If you like the video, please subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. I'm Aaron Reese. This has been my first take to Screen Junkies on his trailers for Spectre. James.